as possible to show respect to our guests. So again, if you are able to turn on your cameras today, of course, if you're driving, we understand you can't, but as you're popping in and as you're here today, if you're able to be as present as possible, we would love for you to be able to turn on your cameras because Dawn is going to be interacting a lot with you today. And for those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Colleen Biggs, and I am the founder of Lead Up for Women. And we have been leading up now for 3 years. And we have been running these Teaching Tuesdays now for about 3 years. And we have showcased hundreds of women on the Teaching Tuesdays, and they've been able to bring their genius to you, to educate you, to give you tips, to share everything that they've got with you, to be able to support you in your business, to support you in your family, to support you in your personal life. So we're so thankful that all of you are here today to support Dawn while she dives into her 15 money secrets that all female entrepreneurs need to know. And I think she has probably got double that. So this is going to be a fun day. So again, if you guys have the opportunity to turn on your cameras, please do so. Hello, Missy, and welcome to Teaching Tuesday this morning. It's so wonderful to see you. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Dawn. But before I do, I just want to introduce her. Dawn and I have not known each other for very long. It's maybe been a year or not quite a year. And when I met Dawn right away, I knew I liked her. I just have this sense about people. And I really loved Dawn's drive. Her drive to empower females, obviously, that is what I love to do. So we had a synergy there. Her drive to want to assist female entrepreneurs to understand how to truly build a good foundation of a business. And then you couple that with her 30 some years of being an entrepreneur and building multi-million dollar businesses. She has so much to offer us today. So ladies, you want to get out your pen, you want to get out your notebook, because you're going to want to take notes on all of the advice that Dawn is going to give us today in her years of business and share all of her dirty secrets. They're not dirty, they're good secrets, but these are the secrets that a lot of women don't know. And I love it when people teach me something new that I can apply to my business that either makes it easier for me, it automates my business, or provides me a different perspective in my business. So that's what we're looking for today. So Dawn Cermak, welcome to Teaching Tuesday.
Thank you, Colleen. Thank you for having me. I'm super excited about this Teaching Tuesday today, because this is the first time that I'm giving this talk, right? All of the elements I've been teaching for a long time, truly, but it's the first time I've actually pulled them all together in one place. And I started out, my goal was to get to 15, like 15 good money secrets or tips for keeping more of what you work so hard to earn, because that's the goal, right? That's the goal for entrepreneurs. It's not, and some people make the mistake, I think, sometimes about chasing revenue. They just focus on chasing revenue, and they spend all their time chasing the sale and not spending enough time looking at how they can keep more of that money. And there's a lot of ways to do it. I broke it down into categories, and I'm going to get started. And here's what I would love for you to do, because it's going to be really helpful for me to get the feedback, to know which of these things are like, oh, of course, because some of them are common sense, right? But common sense is an oxymoron. Did you know that? I mean, common sense isn't common, right? There's a lot of people don't have it, and a lot of people just don't like. Anyway, I'm going to do this. And so I'm going to go number by number. I'm going to say, okay, number one, here's tip number one, right? And if you can just put in the chat, oh, I already do this. Oh, yeah, I'm doing this. Oh, I got this one. Or, oh, that's a new one. Or, oh, I hadn't thought of that. Or thanks for reminding me. Whatever. Just one by one, just yes or no. You do it or you don't, right? And then I'll know which ones are going to be the ones that are the most impactful. So I have to do this. Thank God we have 45 minutes, and then we have Q&A. I have to do this tomorrow. I'm speaking on a summit, the Love Yourself Successful Summit. Colleen's speaking. Are you speaking today or tomorrow? I'm signed up for yours.
I'm speaking tomorrow at 2:30 Mountain Standard Time.
And I speak at 1:30. I speak at 1:30 Eastern.
And I'm speaking about how your network is your net worth. So I'm going to teach people how to dig in to understand what their network is and how to monetize off that.
Well, I'm signed up. There's amazing. If you guys aren't signed up, if you want to,
I'll drop it in the chat. Yeah.
Because there's some amazing speakers. I'm super excited about some of the speakers that are coming up. But here's the thing. We only have 22 minutes. We have 22 minutes. So I have 22 minutes to try to get through as many of these as I can. So it'll be fun. So the first one, okay, here, number one, and the first kind of area is, it's very common sense. This is the basics, just common sense. Like, number one, shop your business insurance. Just like you shop your personal auto insurance or your homeowner's insurance every couple of years to make sure you're getting a good rate, right? Shop your business insurance. And it doesn't mean switch agents. It just means go to your agent and say, hey, is this the best price I can get? And are there any adjustments I can make to, bring the price down? Or when it's business insurance, are there things I need to be adding? Like, so recently, what's become a thing is cyber liability insurance or data breach insurance, right? Whoever even heard of that. And now it's a thing. So you want to go every couple of years and make sure your policy is covering your business adequately, especially if you're growing, and shop it around, right? Shop/renegotiate your home internet. If you're working from home, which a lot of us are, right? I was paying $150 because I want the top speed, right? I don't have cable. I don't have any of the movie channels, but I was paying to have my internet boosted, and I was up to $150 a month, and we just called and got it down to $100 a month. Same package, right? So drop $50 a month just because we called and said, hey, can I get a better price? Or maybe I should go look at Comcast, here it's Verizon, Comcast. I don't know where it is with you, where you are, but why not? Okay. Make sure you're maximizing your home office deduction. This one actually kind of falls under the tax category. I have a whole tax category, but there's a lot of tangential expenses. Like, what about your Ring doorbell, right? Do you have a Ring doorbell? So you have a little audio and you can see it's a business expense. You're working from home. That's a business expense. And then what about your pest control service or landscaping, like all those things? Are you maximizing your home office deduction? I have a whole workshop on this it's recorded. It's actually on the Hey Taxi. It's in part of our membership, right? You can access it in the vault. And we talk about the magic blueprint trick and all the different things that go into maximizing your home office deduction. Okay, here's a little one, but fun. Find a bank that will give you money to open up an account, right? Banks, a lot of times will have offers, $50, $100, $200 for opening a new account with us. And when you open that account, so make sure, put it in the chat, whether you're doing these or not. Got this? Yeah. Thank you for the free money, bank, right? Did it, or, oh, good idea, right? And one or the other. So we are on, that was number 4. Number 5, make sure that new account that you're sending out doesn't have any fees. You don't need to be paying fees. You should not have to pay fees. Some banks charge fees for sending you a paper statement. Just get it paperless, right? And then you can eliminate that fee. So do everything you can. Or if you don't want to open a new bank account, go to your other bank account, make sure you're not paying a lot of fees. Have you dropped below the limit for the amount that needs to be in the bank, all of that. Like I had that in my one business. I wasn't getting the statements. My bookkeeper was getting the statements and he was logging them in. And I happened to see a statement one day and we were getting charged $25 a month because we were below the limit. I'm like, it was an old savings account, like an old money market. I'm like, what are you doing? Well, how is this not, how are we paying this every month? Anyway, so just make sure. Here I go. You know what I'm going to say next, Colleen, right? Get the most out of your business spending. We're on number 6 with a good rewards credit card. I am the queen of rewards credit cards. My favorite is the Southwest card. I'm getting ready to book a trip to San Juan, Puerto Rico with my kids. My daughter will fly free with me because I have a companion pass. This is the Southwest card. And I have, the points are so valuable on Southwest. I called my daughter. I said, hey, you want to come to San Juan, Puerto Rico with us? She said, yeah. I said, well, I have a lot of points. I mean, points on Southwest, for 10,000 points, you can get a one-way trip, right? Like their points go a long way and they accrue the way most other airlines. So a lot of rewards cards, you need 40,000 or 50,000 points for a round trip. On Southwest, it's more like 20,000. So the Southwest Companion Pass is a great card. I just got, because I'm trying to build my business credit, which is another tip, like use other people's money. Leverage using other people's money to build your business. So I've been building my business credit. I just got a Chase Inc. card and they gave me a $16,000 line of credit, which is amazing. And if I spend $7,500 in the first 3 months, they're going to give me $750 back. I mean, I'm spending the money anyway, right? I'm spending the money anyway, and I'm not spending that much money in this business, but I'll just, pull in some other expenses and then reallocate back out and get my $750. You bet I will. Like, that's free money for stuff I'm spending anyway, right? So Southwest, Chase Inc., Chase Sapphire, great card. Capital One Venture. Those are the ones, if you want to look for good rewards, it is a good deal, Melinda. It's a really good deal. Chase Inc., INK. And it's the, but if you are like me, like I religiously go to thepointsguy.com. He always monitors all of the different rewards cards, and when they have like special sign up bonuses or whatever, and he can always tell you what the best one is. If you're a big hotel person, Hilton Honors and Marriott are also really good cards. And then of course, American Express. My sister says she has $70,000 worth of points on American Express right now because she's got a business that, she charges, $1 million on the card every year. Anyway, so get yourself, there's no reason not to have some kind, if you don't like to travel, then get the cashback card, right? There's a good one. It's a city card. It's a really good cashback card. So just get cashback. I mean, there's no reason not to. Okay. That was number 6. Number 7, get your office supplies at the dollar store, people. Seriously, the dollar store. I'm not kidding you. I hadn't been to the dollar store in years. So when I first met Tony, he said, oh, I need to stop in the dollar store to get some reading glasses. I said, okay. We were out, go in the dollar store. And we go to the checkout and he looks over and I've got 75 items at the dollar. He said, I've never seen anybody spend $75 at the dollar store. I had tape, sticky notes, little journals, writing pads, like all of that stuff. It's not $1 anymore, at least in our dollar store. They just raised everything to $1.25. That's a 25% increase, right? From $1 to $1.25. Still a good deal. Get your office. Oh, stocking stuffers too. People, stocking stuffers at the dollar store. You'll save yourself a ton of money. I go there first, get all the basics, and then go to TJ Maxx for all my fun stocking stuffers. Who uses Rakuten or one of those cashback every time you buy apps? Rakuten is one, RAKUTEN. There's another one do you know the other one? It starts with an I think.
No, I use Rakuten. That's something that my husband saw it come up at the Super Bowl and he goes, what is that? And I said, I have it as an extension on Google. So anytime I log into a website, if they support it and give a percentage back or cash back, I get it. And I told him every quarter I get a check from them. And every quarter my check is anywhere from $60 to $250.
Yep.
I mean, when I purchased my mirror, my workout mirror, I got $150 cash back just because I had it as an extension on Google when I bought it. So everywhere I shop, I get $7 back. When I shop at Kohl's, I'll get a percentage of money back. And sometimes it's only $2 or $3. But when you're purchasing things on a regular basis, it adds up. So that's a big check to get back every quarter just for shopping at the regular places you would normally shop. Yeah.
Yeah, Melinda says she does that with USAA. I do it with
Nice.
Capital One too. It'll go out and like even on Amazon, it'll say, "Hey, we saved you another $1.75 or whatever." I don't get. I love the Dollar Tree too. I think one time I was in there, like Tony just shakes his head because he'll go in and buy 3 things, and I'll buy 200 things. You know, I mean, and it goes a long way. So okay, that's it. Okay, number 9. I'm on number 9. And these are, now this part is about taxes. Okay, and these are some tax strategies you can use as a business owner, some things to think about. And I can't get into a ton of detail because some of these are like a whole hour webinar in and of themselves, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one is, you hear it a lot, hire your spouse. Or maybe you don't hear it a lot. I hear it a lot, but I pay attention to this stuff. Hire your spouse, because if you hire your spouse in your business, now he's got to have, he's actually got, just like hiring your kids, which is another one we'll get into. He needs a job description. There's things you have to do. Any of these things with the tax stuff, there's rules. You need to follow them. You need to document, but there's a lot of money to be kept in your pocket by knowing and understanding these things. So hiring your spouse means then you can, my husband worked for me as my photographer and videographer all of 2019 and 2020. Perfect, right? I mean, we make them do it anyway. Take my picture, take my picture, take my picture. They might as well get paid.
It's so true. I had him at every event, and then I just paid him to, do the work that he did. Instead of hiring somebody.
Tony gets all my stuff printed. He does a lot of running around for me. Yeah, absolutely. But when you hire your spouse, what happens is then he can hold the health insurance, and that's an employee benefit, right? So you basically can work, getting your health insurance paid for because your husband is holding the health insurance and he's getting, that's an employee benefit. So it's a business write-off. I mean, does your husband drink coffee? Because if he's your employee, you could provide coffee as a really nice perk, right? As a really nice office expense. There's a lot you can do with this benefit. I'm not going to dive into it, but writing off health insurance, there are people, I've heard people say you can, I'm not a CPA, so I'm not giving you tax advice. I have heard a CPA say you can hire your husband and then install an entire home gym and write it off as an employee benefit, or a swimming pool. I've also heard. Not saying you should or shouldn't do it. I'm just telling you what I've heard other CPAs say. So it's a big deal hiring your spouse, and there's a lot of money to be kept by doing that. Same idea, a little bit different though. Do you have kids between the ages of 12 and 17? If you do, I strongly suggest you consider hiring them. Again, they need timesheets. They need a job description. It needs to be something that they can do and do, like my daughter does my daughter's a photographer. She does my headshots. She does my social media. She does a lot of stuff for me with images and photographs and that kind of thing. And I pay her because essentially what happens when you pay your kids don't pay taxes on the first $12,000 they earn, right? So you're paying your child, you're writing off 100%, it's 100% business deduction. The kid's not paying taxes on it. And then you can then use that money. So what we do is I pay my daughter, she puts it in her college savings account. We will use that money to pay for college, right? So we're not paying taxes on the money. So it's basically tax-free money now. You're moving $12,000 above the line. And now we're going to use that. And now we're putting that money in the college savings account. She's going to use that. Not knowing this is why I started Hey Taxi. This one thing, my accountants never told me to do this. I had 3 kids that I could have paid for 7 years to work for me in my company. No accountant ever told me to do this. I left $100,000 on the table, not in write-offs, $100,000 after taxes, what I could have had if I had been doing this. So I highly suggest you talk to your accountant about doing that. Maximize business travel write-offs. Any trip you take, you should look at it and say, is there a way this could be a business trip? Again, there are rules. You need to do things in advance of the trip. You can't just go on a trip. Let's say you're a salon owner. You can't just go on a trip, pick up a brochure at a salon one day and say, oh, I'm doing competitive research or market research. So I'm writing off my whole trip because I stopped by the salon and picked up a brochure. That doesn't work, right? You can't say, oh, I was on a trip and I was working in the hotel and I booked a client while I was working online on my business. So I'm writing off the trip. That doesn't work. Working in the hotel on vacation doesn't count. There are rules. You need to follow the rules. You need to document in advance. But a lot of trips you are able to turn into business trips by doing certain things, booking appointments. Like, let's say, I don't want to get into too much detail, but let's say you're going to a city already. You're going to Nashville for the weekend and for a cousin's wedding. So your travel days are going to be business days. Travel days are always count as business days. So when you get there, why not? And if you don't know anybody in Nashville besides your family, well, if you're in a business where presenting to family members works, set up a presentation for your family, set it up, but you have to have it documented in advance. Hey, Susie, coming into town, want to do a presentation about my wellness business to you. Can you get a group of friends together and just let me talk about my amazing products? That would be awesome. Perfect. Done. Documented. Presentation is set. As long as you work 4 hours and 1 minute of a day, it's a business day. So you have to work 4 hours and 1 minute. So that was, let's say you traveled Wednesday. Now it's Thursday. So Friday, you want to go out and see Nashville. So why not book a photographer and schedule a lifestyle photo shoot? In Nashville, they have the big wings, right? The big wings murals and all the murals. So schedule a photographer or, phone a friend. Hey, Susie, thanks for doing the presentation yesterday. Now, do you want to come take some pictures of me today? So make sure you spend 4 hours, get really good pictures. Lifestyle photos are important for our business. And now that was a business day. Now, wedding on the weekend. Now you need to schedule an appointment on Monday, right? The other side of the weekend, so that you had to be there Friday for your scheduled photo shoot. Now you have to be there Monday because you have an appointment. And if you don't know anybody in Nashville, get on LinkedIn and find somebody, right? Set the appointment. Again, you've got to work 4 hours, or it has to be something you physically had to be there in Nashville for. So if you wanted to visit somebody's studio, for example, you physically had to be there. Well, now you had to stay in Nashville for the weekend because you had a business meeting Friday and a business meeting Monday, right? All right, that's all I'm going to say. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot more to it. That's all I'm going to say. But this is legitimate. I'm never saying cheat the IRS. I'm never saying do anything shady. But I'm saying there's rules. Learn the rules, follow the rules, and learn how to apply them to your business in a way that maximizes your tax write-offs. Okay, that was 11. Is anybody doing that? Is anybody writing off their business travel or looking at a trip and saying, you know what? Let's see if I can make this a business trip. I'm sure Colleen is. I know I do. My daughter and I went to Spain and Portugal for 12 days last summer, and I wrote off the entire trip legitimately. For both of us, all of the expenses, everything, rental car, everything we need, so, okay. Go through your Amazon account. If you're like me, maybe you're not, I have an Amazon credit card because I get 5% back for everything I buy on Amazon, on my Amazon credit card automatically. And it's one click. And I probably buy something, every other day, one click, right? But if it's sometimes I miss, usually I also have my business card on Amazon, and I'll usually put it on my business card, even though I give up a little bit of percentage just because it keeps my record straight. But sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm in a hurry and I'm buying it with other stuff, and it's a power strip, or it's a, just some office supply. It's a new ring light or whatever. You only shop on Amazon 1 or 2 times a year. Oh my gosh, we get almost daily deliveries here.
Yeah. Wow, Missy. I mean, we need to learn how to do that. There should be a class on how to only shop on Amazon once or twice per year. Because mine's more like twice per week or
Yeah.
once per day. Like I was literally ordering my hair products this morning because I was starting to run low from my bathroom because that's when I remembered, oh, I
Yeah.
need to get these
Same
right
thing.
now.
And it's a time saver and a money saver and a gas saver. So for me, it does make sense. But go through all of your Amazon for the last year and make sure you didn't buy something on your personal credit card that's a business expense. Jill did this. My partner did this last year. She found $800 worth of stuff that was a business expense.
Oh, you know, I have a question for you, and I don't think you can answer this, Dawn, but so I put in the chat earlier that I use my Amazon card. So I have an Amazon store card and you get 5% cash back. So
Yeah.
I use that, even though I have other cards that are loaded in Amazon, I use that to purchase everything. So if it's a business item, I print the invoice and I have a folder here that says bills to be paid. And then once a month I go in and from my business account, I go and I pay those by exact amount of what I spent for that item and put a note on what it is. And so I pay that purchase, I guess, right? But I pay it on my Amazon card because I get 5% cash back every month. And I use that to pay the statement.
That's what I'm saying, right? Because I do the same thing. I have an
Okay.
Amazon card, it's 5%, and I don't want to give up the 5%. Sometimes sometimes if it's a lot of different things, I'll put it on the Southwest card. My Southwest card's my other business card because I get the rewards points and it's almost a wash.
Right.
But yeah, I'll just write myself a reimbursement check and I'll detail exactly what it is so that I can get it into my books, allocate it into my books correctly. Yeah, 100%. Okay, that was number 12. Highly suggest you do it. I did it last year and I found, even though I'm really good about it and I'm really careful about it, I found about $350 worth of stuff. Like I said, power strips and just random things that I forgot to switch cards and I forgot to print out and put over. All right, what items from your household did you donate to your business when you started your business? Did you donate a desk, an office chair, an office lamp, a laptop? Did you put your home office together with stuff from your house instead of go out and buying everything new? You can write that off to a certain extent. It's called contributing up, right? You check it with check everything, check it with your accountant, but it's called contributing up, and you can write off the lesser of either what you paid or what it's worth, right? The lesser of the two. And so again, desk, laptop, paper shredder, a lot of things that you may or may not have had or were existing when you started your business. Make a list of that. It's called contributing up. Is anybody doing that? Has anybody done that? Has anybody heard of that? That was number 13. No? Okay. It's real. I'm not making it up. Contributing up. Okay. There's also a concept of writing off your office equipment twice. So you buy it, you hold it for the amount of time you buy it, and you're either amortizing, like it's sometimes people amortize like or depreciate their office equipment and their office furniture, or you can use the 179 deduction. Either way, but after 5 years, let's say you bought a Mac. You hold it for 5 years because you have to hold it for 5 years. Now you want a new Mac. You can gift the Mac to a family member, and then you can lease it back from them if you want to continue to use it for some reason. So you can gift it and then lease it back. And now it's a business expense because you're paying to lease it. So you're writing it off twice, essentially. I've heard the same goes for a car, which is kind of interesting. I want to talk to your accountant.
I get Jay Reed's face. She's like,
yeah, no, that's a real thing. Yeah.
I am assuming you're talking kids, like a teenager, something like that.
Family member.
Oh, that makes sense.
Nephew. Yeah. Okay. We talked about hiring your kids, same idea as the hiring your spouse, but different because of the fact that they get that $12,000 and they're not paying any taxes on anything. Track your mileage. I mean, I know people that have heard me talk have heard me say this like 20 million times, but track your mileage. We are now up to 58.5 cents a mile. 2022, 58.5 cents a mile. That means if you go 100 miles, that's $58.50. If you go 1,000 miles, that's $585. Track your miles everywhere. If you go to Target or the dollar store and buy office supplies, those are business miles. If you go to the post office to drop off a package, those are business miles. Every single mile, they add up fast. Even during the pandemic, I had business miles, right? Because I mean, not a lot, and now a lot more now. What's the best way to track? Yes, there's a lot of apps. So there's an app called Mile IQ. My favorite is an app called Hurdler. And we have, at Hey Taxi, have actually negotiated a deal with Hurdler where you get like the Hurdler Pro for the Hurdler basic price. So if you're a Hey Taxi member, that's part of the benefit is you get access to the Hurdler Pro. And that has a built-in mileage tracker in addition to like you're out for coffee with a prospect, you pay for coffee, you pay for lunch, whatever, you take a snapshot of the receipt, you upload it right into your books, done. You're not worrying about chasing receipts around or opening up a folder of receipts and have them all be blank pieces of paper because it's all already in your books, right? So you absolutely want an app to be tracking your mileage. That's big money. It's big money. And if you're not doing it and leaving it on the table, you go back through your 2021 calendar and identify all of the, if you can, identify everywhere you went just from your calendar. That's a way to help recreate your mileage log. But it is also the #1 audit target. Auto expense, the #1 audit target. So if you're going to be taking the business miles, you have to have records. You have to have your mileage records, or they're going to come and they're going to say, let's see your mileage log. And you say, oh, I don't have one. They're going to say, oh, well, cancel that deduction, right? Audit all your subscriptions. How am I doing on time? Oh, I'm going to run out of time. All right, I'm going to go fast because I'm only on number 17. Audit all your subscriptions, Zoom, Canva, Calendly, Social Squares, Canva Pro, any CRMs you have, everything that's dinging your credit card every month. Look at your credit card, look at your statement, see what's getting dinged every single month. Are you using it? There was one lady I was talking to, she had 4 CRMs she was paying for and she wasn't using any of them. Just look at your credit card and say, oh, you know what? I need to cancel that. I shouldn't be using it. I'm not using that anymore. Family photo shoot and wardrobe consultant. Colleen just had an amazing photo shoot. And she had a wardrobe consultant and her pictures are phenomenal. I don't know if you guys have seen them. They came out so good. I was really jealous. I would have come out for that. I would have come out for that photo shoot. It looked like so much fun. But she had
I know you're flying out next week for the sanctuary. So that's why I didn't ask you to fly out for that.
I know. But I was really jealous. It looked like so much fun.
Yes, I do write off my consultant, my stylist that I work with, because it's my brand and brand photography. It's all for work. I'm not doing that just for my personal use to put it out there like, hey, got new photos taken. But I don't write off my photography that I do with my family. When we do family photos, I don't write that off, but I do write off anything that has to do for work like that.
Right. So, but in theory, if you were doing a family photo shoot and you had somebody and you said, you know what, let me get some headshots and let's do it in a place that these are lifestyle photos, because photos of your family, lifestyle photos are also important for your brand. So I'm going to let you all do with that what you will. That was 18, 19, outside the box. Who has Apple iTunes? How many people have Apple iTunes? How many people are writing it off as a business expense because they listen to podcasts on Apple iTunes? Or Audible? Or, Spotify or Amazon Prime? Any of those things, doing lifestyle photos in other cities is a great idea. It is. I did a lifestyle photo shoot, Melinda, in Barcelona. I did a photo shoot in Barcelona and they're my favorite pictures. I use them all the time in my social media. And every time I see them, it's because it's my happy place, totally my happy place. And everybody should have that opportunity to get dressed up and that accountant husband of mine is tracking Audible as training. For sure. Of course. You're lucky. Smart cookie.
Personal development.
Right. Okay. Business. Okay. Number 20, 21. I think I skipped one, but that's okay. Leverage alternate streams of income. You have more than one business if you're doing business. Like maybe you have an area of specialty. Why don't you write an ebook? You could sell an ebook. Maybe you could be doing coaching around what you're doing. And maybe you're doing for coaching for free and you should be charging for it, right? What about affiliate marketing? That's not a dirty word. Affiliate marketing is not, I mean, there's a lot of money to be made in affiliate marketing. So when you build your revenue ladder, right, you need to know your numbers. This is number 22. Do you have a business plan? I'm talking about keeping more of your money. Have a business plan. It's going to help you keep more of your money. And having a business plan, knowing your numbers and making sure that your marketing plan speaks to your revenue goal, right? It's mapped to your revenue goal, because it's not, and you have a disconnect there, or what you're charging doesn't make sense, then you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Build business credit. We talked about that. You leverage and use other people's money. Is anybody doing that? Has anybody actually focused on building their business credit so they can go and get money for their business? Like,
I have been focusing a lot on that. And I met another lady that I talked to you about, Tracy Terry, who helps female entrepreneurs build their credit to become what she calls bankable CEOs. So I had put that information in the chat, and I'm going to drop it in there again too, Dawn, because I'm also hosting on March 8th a free workshop on how to build your business line of credit. A lot of women don't know, men too don't know, because my husband didn't know, and I had learned the information several years ago. But there's Dun & Bradstreet that gets involved in it. There's a lot of pieces that you need to know on how to build your business credit. We make the mistake of building our business credit off of our personal Social Security number, and there's ways to build your business credit without using your personal, which is really good, because then it keeps them very separate, and you're not piercing that corporate veil. So yeah.
And then you're not personally guaranteeing loans.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Build business credit. 24. We talked about this, reviewing all your monthly charges. We talked about that. So and then the last one in this category is outsource. Outsource everything you possibly can so that you can stay in your zone of genius. Because the more time you spend in your zone of genius doing what only you can do and doing what you do best, the more money you will make. Let me make sure. I don't want to skip any, and I'm almost out of time. The other thing I would say, and this is going to fall under business, is who's heard of the concept of profit first? Profit first. Right. This is going to help you keep a lot more of your money. Yes, profit first. Exactly. So it's not revenue minus expenses equals profit. It's revenue minus profit equals expenses. So the concept is I'll let you talk about it, Colleen, because I know you love profit first, but you only have 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to say it as fast as you can.
You just did. It's about taking your profit first. When you get paid, you should take your profit first. Then you need to allocate funds for things that your business already has to pay for. Has to pay for taxes. So you allocate a percentage in taxes and put those aside, and you allocate your owner's wages. So what happens is what's left over is not the typical way a CPA would run a business. What's left over is your operating expenses. And people say, well, I don't have enough left over to pay for my operating expenses. Then I'm going to tell them, you're not making enough in your business to pay for your expenses. You need to get rid of some of your expenses, because your business is upside down. And many people try to build their businesses off of only taking what's left over at the end of the year. And I've never built my businesses that way. They've always sustained my lifestyle or sustained, my home. And so with that being said, your owner's wages, your taxes, and profit should all be taken out first before you're paying your expenses. Something to think about. If you're interested in learning more about Profit First, reach out to me. I'll put my information in the chat. I teach my clients all this.
So that was a lot of business basics, common sense stuff. So now here's a little woo-woo for you. You ready for a little woo-woo? You can do with this what you will. Have you heard of tapping? Well, why not tap for money? There's actually a book called Tapping for Wealth. So why not? What do you have to lose, right? There you go. She put it in the chat. There's a book called Tapping for Wealth. It's worth a shot, right? There you go, Tapping for Wealth, tapping into wealth. Read or do The Magic, 28 days that could actually change your life. When you live in gratitude, when you're grateful for money, especially, and everything else in your life, but specifically, we're talking about money here, right? Tapping for Wealth, great tip. We're talking about money here. So there's a lot in the book, The Magic. It's 28 days. You do the homework every day. You read the chapter, do the homework every single day. Gratitude for everything in your life, attracting money to you. And there's a lot in there that's specifically about money. So Colleen said, I highly recommend it. It's a great thing to do. Again, it's 28 days. You do it every day. And it really changes the way you look at everything in your life, truly. So Colleen had us do this. Write a love letter to money, right? Improve your relationship with money by writing a love letter to money. Susan Glusica has a book, Money Energy Mastery. I don't know if you've probably got that over there in your pile too, Colleen. Yeah. But that talks about money having energy. Again, I know this is a little woo-woo, and if you're not woo-woo, just like take the other stuff I gave you and
this is what I say, Dawn. If you're not woo-woo and what's working for you thus far is working for you, great. If where you're at isn't where you want to be, then maybe I suggest you try something different. So right. Be open to anything at this point. That's what I say.
Just throw a little magic in the mix. This is magic, good magic, right? Woo-woo. Amanda's woo-woo all the way. Excellent. Amanda, we need to meet. I don't think we've ever run into each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
With you. Read, think, and grow rich. There is a reason this book has been around for 100 years and people are still talking about it and still reading it. There's a reason. Think and grow rich. Recognize any money that comes to you from any source and appreciate it. Appreciate it. Just be in gratitude. Again, same thing as the magic. Be in gratitude and have those money mantras, right? I am a money magnet. Money flows to me like a river. If affirmation statements, if you're big in affirmation statements, you should have money affirmation statements. That should be part of it, right? I am an ATM. I have so much money. I just cash out all the time, whatever you want it to be. And finally, I would say, if you want to keep more money in your business, invest in you. Invest in coaches, vetted coaches, not somebody you say one click on the internet. Oh, I'm going to do this challenge. Oh, I'm going to hire this coach because I want the magic bullet that's going to make my business explode. Whenever you hire a coach, it should be because you talked to somebody and you heard from somebody, you got a referral for that coach, or you know somebody who had a really good experience and the coach did what they said that they were going to do. Hire a coach, experience them first, go to some trainings, do something, and talk to other people that have worked with the coach. Because they might be great on paper and they might be great in presentation, but they might not be great with follow-up, or they might not be the person they are in their 5-day challenge. They might not be that person. So you want to talk to somebody who's worked with them, my opinion. So invest in vetted coaches that you get referrals from, trusted sources that will help you in all aspects of your business when you are ready. Do not hire a coach before you're ready, before you have handled your 4 pillars of profitability. So that's what we talk about at Hey Taxi, the 4 pillars of profitability. Earn more. We talk about, we're doing a workshop in March. We're doing a 1-page business plan. How many of you actually have a business plan? Raise your hand. Not many people do. It's okay. Not many people do, but you should have one. It will save you a lot of headache, a lot of heartache, and a lot of money to have a business plan. So we're doing one in March over at Hey Taxi. It's going to be one of our strategy sessions. I'll get you more information about that. We're also doing a Taxes and Tequila on February 22nd. And Taxes and Tequila, we are going over line by line, like some of the things I told you, but a whole lot more in depth about how you can maximize the tax benefit of having your own business. We're going to talk about all of that in Taxes and Tequila. And we created a code just for lead up members, just for anybody who's on today and lead up members in general. I think it's all capital letters, Colleen, LUWTNT.
Do you have the links to drop in here in the chat today?
You know, I could do that. I can do it. I'll put it on, I'll put the comments on the live.
Okay.
Right? Wouldn't that be better?
Sure. I mean, I'm going to drop them right now for everyone because I don't know if they're going to go back over there. So to the live video, I'm going to see if I can find it. I don't know.
It's just, I know the code. Well, basically you go to www.heytaxiacademy.com and then the voucher for lead up members to get $200 off is capital L, capital U, all caps, LUWTNT is your voucher code. And so it's all, if you go to Hey Taxi Academy and you go to master classes, it's listed under the master classes. It's a workshop we do. We say that Hey Taxi.
Okay, what is the code?
LUWTNT, lead up for women TNT.
Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I just put it in there for you, Amanda, and for the rest of you. So there's the website and just go to master classes.
So what we say at Hey Taxi is all this stuff that I'm talking about. Get this handled. Let's learn how to earn more. Let's create that revenue ladder with those additional streams of income, with affiliate marketing, with an ebook, with coaching, whatever it is, whatever you want to leverage. Jill said today, my partner said today, she said, you know what we're really good at? Creating workbooks. We could help people create workbooks for their courses. Great. She said, that's another income source. I said, great. It happens to be her zone of genius. She loves doing it. She loves taking information and turning it into a workbook. I said, you go. Just don't, that can't come anywhere near me because that is not my zone of genius at all. So earn more, keep more, access more, vetted coaches, resources, community, right? Don't do this. Entrepreneurship can be a really lonely business, but it doesn't have to be. You want to access community, access the lead up community, access the Hey Taxi community. We also have a membership program at Hey Taxi, and then belief. Invest in yourself, invest in your belief, invest in whatever you need to do to believe in yourself and your ability to grow this business. Because if you don't have that belief, profitability probably is not going to be in your future. I'm just saying. So that's it. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, there was one. Amanda was asking about which was the one that is going to be, which is the one that's going to be for the business plan link. What is that? Is there a code for that one, or what's the business plan link?
We don't have, it's not set, the landing page isn't set up yet.
Okay. So, Amanda, we'll just get you connected with Dawn after this, so that if you can just get on their newsletter, and then you'll get notifications of that. They've got great master classes every single month. I know Missy's usually there. I'm usually there. I've seen Jay Ree there before. It's really good info at the Hey Taxi community for master classes. So you definitely want to check that out. I've always been a huge supporter of Dawn and their community for empowering women to become stronger CEOs of their business. I got most of the links dropped. Let's open it up for questions for anyone else that has a question today.
Or can anybody share which was the most impactful? Like which tip did you what made it worth coming today? What one thing did you hear that either you're going to go implement this afternoon, or you're like, you know what, that makes so much sense. I really need to be doing that. just jump in. We're not raising hands or.
Yeah, just unmute yourself. Building my business credit was what Melinda said. And yeah, such a huge piece, building your business credit. Huge piece.
For me, it's going to be figuring out how to give the tax write-offs for vacations and trips and things like that.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's, knowing all the little details, because I've done that before. I've written off a lot of things, but I didn't know some of the details that you were talking about on that. And also, I had no idea that it's called contributing up with some of the items in the home. So that was like, what? Are you kidding me? I did not know that. And now I'm mad, honestly, Dawn, because I haven't done it the whole dang time. I mean, that's aggravating. But anyway.
But who's to say when you contributed that item to your office?
Well, yeah. Okay.
Maybe it just happened this year.
Right.
I certainly am not privy to that information because I wasn't there to see that desk move from the guest room to your office. I don't know when you did that. No, I'm not trying to, I'm just, I'm never about breaking the law. I'm about maximizing what the law has given to us, right? And
absolutely
know every nuance.
We're small business owners. We provide a lot of opportunity for I pay a lot of people to have jobs and to be able to earn money, and right. And then they take their money and contribute that to other businesses. So we're creating those. And so you're right. How can we have the laws work in our favor for us running small businesses? It's no, there are
a lot of tax benefits.
That's the thing that is so important, because to me, there's no gray area ever. But if you don't know what you don't know, how do you know where the gray area was or is? Mm-hmm. And that's the whole thing on what I do. It's like, get an education and then you know what you can do. And that's huge. There's a whole lot of detail that we need to learn about for sure. All of us.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. And it's money stuff. And women sometimes are scared of money, or historically or genetically or whatever it is. We think we have this sense that we're not good with money, or we're not supposed to handle money. Like we have a lot of programs about money. A lot of us do.
I totally agree. I walk people through that all the time. It's like, really? No. Yeah.
And we have a lot of stuff in our head about business ownership. Are women really supposed to own businesses? I mean, I do own one, but it's I don't know, societal and genetic and historical and all of those things. And so
I think we don't take it serious. I think women don't take it seriously enough and just continue to play with it something as a hobby, because they don't believe enough in themselves to take that ownership and then walk in it. And maybe because they don't want to hear somebody in the ear saying, that's not a business or whatever, So we have to really walk through that, getting rid of those negative thoughts and the people who say those negative things and telling them, no, I don't accept that.
Dawn, do you want to drop your contact information in the chat real quick before you hop off? That way we can go ahead and close out. Thank you, Melinda. It was wonderful. I know you guys have to hop off. We're getting to the top of the hour, but I'm going to go ahead and let Dawn put her contact information. You put your name.
I know.
Okay. Put your contact information in there. Lynn, I'll send that to you. Dawn, I'll send that to you as well. We just want to make sure that everyone has your contact information and can reach out to you. Ladies, thank you so much for showing up today, learning something new, being open to educating yourself to something new. Next week, I'm going to drop the link super fast before everybody goes. Next week, we are going to be... It's on February 22nd, how to build a six-figure business on a shoestring budget. Christine Rothduch is going to be teaching that one. And then our next one is March 1st for root chakras. What are your pain points with Helen Pearman Zyrol? So we've got a couple good ones coming up. for you guys to go ahead and click on that link. Of course, we'll send you newsletters. You can also click on the newsletter, but we've got a couple more coming up. Our last 2 Teaching Tuesdays are coming up. Super excited for them. So we hope that you guys will join us. All right, ladies, have a wonderful rest of your week. Dawn,
Thanks
thank
for
you
having me.
so much. It was wonderful to have you here. You're full of education and we love it. Bye, ladies. Have a wonderful week. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.